What is up, Ghost Squad, and welcome back to another video in my Roll for Beginners series. Today we're going to be talking about spawn locations and whether or not your spawn location is right for you. Stay tuned. Okay, so to close out the series, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over those different spawn locations and the areas where I think a new player should stay away from and where they should land to be able to familiarize themselves with the game, learn the mechanics, and understand how the loot actually looks so you can get faster while looting without having all the risk of having players around you. There are several locations that you can choose from, and there are some locations that you should definitely stay away from if you're a new player coming into Ring of Elysium. The ones I'm going to suggest you stay away from are definitely Fisherman Town, Resort, and Ocean Park. And the reason why is because these are probably the top 3 areas where there's always going to be a handful of players or teams that go to land at these locations. If you are a new player and you do happen to spawn in one of those 3 locations, you can pretty much expect that you're not going to walk out alive. People who go to those locations, they're the ones that know the cities in and out. They know their loot paths, they know how long it takes them to loot a certain area of the location that they go to. They know the different ins and outs of that city, and they also know the angles which they can hold to see players, whether they're in houses, in alleys, or behind tents, like over at Ocean Park. I suggest that you go to an unpopular spawn location on the map just so you can get a feel for how the game works, how the mechanics work, what the loot looks like, what loot's going to work best for you, and so you can start understanding the timing when it comes to looting and how long it should take you to loot a building without having the fear of having other players around you that will end up killing you in the end. These locations, in my opinion, that you should go to are as follows: Harbor, Baywater, Bay City, Shipyard, and possibly Angeltown. Angeltown is one of the bigger areas on the map. Unless it's a hot drop though, not very many people go there, and you'll be able to go there and loot safely, and it's a large enough area where if you're going in as a 4-man, there's enough loot for everybody. Seafood Market, Thumb Bay, Turing City, Artod City, they're always hit and miss. You'll just have to use your own judgment whenever you're watching people where they spawn to see what position that you want to pick and go and loot from there. Now that I've gone over my suggestions on where new players should spawn in at, let's go ahead and talk about
drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
The hot drop is a large red highlighted area that you see on your map before you select your starting location. This location is random every game and contains all the good loot in the game that you can obtain from either airdrops and normal drops as well. You will also come across 2 sets of tier 3 armor and at least 1 8x scope as well. If you want to start going for hot drops, I suggest that you understand the game a little bit more and don't just jump right into it, because it's going to get really frustrating every single game that you drop into a hot spot and you just die over and over and over again, because either A, you don't know the city, B, you don't know what loot path you want to take, C, you don't know where other people are spawning. Don't get turned away by the hot drops. If you're feeling confident in the game, where you think you can survive a hot drop, then by all means go ahead and go to it. But if you're still a new player, if you're still looting slower than what you think you should be looting, or if you watch someone else's videos or other streams and you see how fast they loot, if you're still looting and the speed doesn't even compare to what they're doing, you're probably not ready to move into the hot drop yet, because it's such a fast pace between gunfights and looting that you really need to stay on your toes whenever you're in the hot drop. Well, that wraps up the Roll for Beginners series. Thank you guys very much for hanging out and watching all these videos. Whether you're a new player or an advanced player, hopefully you guys learned something from one of these videos, whether it was about weapons or attachments or spawn locations or something. If you're able to walk away from one of these videos with just a little piece of information that you didn't know before, then I've done my job. And I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the series. I know some of the videos were drawn out, some of them were probably a little lengthy at times, but I wanted to break down every aspect of the game and make videos on each individual aspect instead of making a 20-minute guide that was just a broad guide on the whole game. I wanted to break it down for you guys and explain things in a little bit more detail, and I hope that I accomplished that. So again, thank you guys very much. If you guys do have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you guys want to catch the action live, I do stream on Twitch Monday through Friday. Link will be in the description down below. Also, if you guys haven't seen the entire series, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the top left and the top right of the screen, so you guys can go check out the whole RV Beginners series. If you guys are new here and you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give a thumbs up. Also, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. Until next time.